A look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Now Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this one is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
5 yards remain on second down. Eckler now between the tackles. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Wilson. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching them try to take away that area of the field.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there out of Cook. 44 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. It's Giml. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bills hit 9-3 here on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet first down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. This is taken at the 15. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. From just shy of midfield, Keenum. This is Cook with the ground. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. A good pickup there at 22.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Davion Taylor there to bring him down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Cook. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Berrios now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On the move to his left. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st down, Wilson. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw it through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On play action, now Keenum. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He finds nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now Cook running right, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Keenum. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to add on to their first half lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Keenum. Finding Knox there, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Gabriel Davis
from 10 yards out.
And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now Wilson on 1st down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson flushed out under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They start the drive with Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On second down, Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
3rd and long. It's Keenum. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Cook up the gut. We'll get this up to about the 44.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's Cook again.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a
vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a give running right. It's Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Bills have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
186 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Singletary. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Singletary again. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's out right at the 25. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to let it go again.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line.
Cook, 89 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They run here with Singletary. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Again, it'll be Singletary. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided.
Here's Bass now to send it away. Berrios now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can put.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Bass on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Barrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The offense on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson.
On target to his man, likely.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Dancing to his left. He'll get this to Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a counter, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. To throw again is Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaq Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, They got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Von Miller in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here we go.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills will take over here just shy.